Since I'm talking about tips for people that are being stalked, one of the other things that was a red flag and should have been a red flag for those in authority is the fact that Tara Carpenter knew all of this stuff about me, but had never actually spent any time with me. They never saw her and I together. There was never any friendship with regards to me and Tara Carpenter. So for these people to sit up here, she knew everything about me. It was kind of disturbing. After you stop and think about it, and I'm sitting here going, well, I don't spend that much time on anybody except for myself. I know me, I know my kids, I know my mom and stuff. But how does this girl know all of this stuff about me? And every time I turn around, my name stays in her mouth. That was a huge red flag. Everywhere we went, there either her or her husband were popping up on me. And so I'm sitting here going, really? What in the world? Well, I'm minding my own business, not being bothered with them. They were the last thing that I had on my mind, trust and believe. And so for me to sit up here, this girl knew everything about me. And I'm sitting here going, how in the world is she doing that? And it didn't dawn on me that she herself was investigating me like she was the police. Sickly. It was sick that this girl knew so much about me, and her and I didn't even spend no more than 10 minutes in a room together. That's a huge red flag. I don't even know her kids' names, but this girl knows everything about me. What's wrong with that picture? That's disturbing, Tara. Especially knowing that I have never had anything to do with you guys like that. I have no interest in you. It's obvious now. When you see people, and these guys, the law enforcement, especially the cybersecurity people, would know whenever, Tara would go into my Facebook. She didn't, whether she realized that or not, this girl, something is mentally wrong with her. For her to be that obsessed that she felt that she had to do the things that she did, including hacking into my Facebook and creating fake relationships with people, all this stuff that this woman did, it was absolutely ridiculous. I don't even chase anybody like that, so I don't have an understanding as to what her obsession with me is, other than she is delusional about anything that would ever go on between me and her husband. I don't want that. That's nasty. And to think that I would want anything to do with him, especially after what he did to my kids, is disturbing. The fact that she is so obsessed with him is kind of disturbing too, especially knowing the things that he's done, not just to my kids, but to other people and to their kids as well. These two team up on people, and they seek to attack them. They're con artists. I've had people, person after person after person, come to me and tell me how these people have ripped them off and how they've done them so badly. So why they would think that they would even be in comparison to me is beyond me. And the fact that Tara knows so much about me, that's disturbing. It really, really is. And I can't do anything but pray for Tara and Mr. Carpenter that God puts his hand on them and heals them, because there's some mental illness going on with these guys that's beyond me, and they need serious help. Serious help. For them to seek to destroy somebody like they have tried to do to me is mentally ill. And this is a problem that we have within our system, because our system allowed this to occur, which is one of the biggest problems I have with the situation. I don't even bother myself with Pank and Tara like that. Little do they realize. My concern is the fact that the system is continuing to allow people like them to get away with what they're doing. And you have to know that Tara didn't just do this to me. She did it to other people, which is part of the problem, is that she's being allowed to go around and do whatever she wants to whoever she wants without seeing any consequences for it. And that's a problem. That's something that we need to resolve, because that's one of the reasons people have so much animosity within the system. We've got a pick and choose type of a system that is very discriminatory, and it's time to make that stop. Of all people, who have a right to see justice, it's me and my family, especially after everything we've been through. And then to have people like Tara and Mr. Carpenter run around and continue to harass and stalk us, and then to try to bring other people into it, which I've had other people come back to me and tell me that they are doing this, that they are drawing other people into helping them hurt me and my family. What kind of nonsense is that? That's disgusting. It needs to stop. With God's love, we have to do everything we can to combat that type of person and make sure that it never happens again. That is my purpose. When I saw this, I saw that there was a need to do something about this type of a situation within the court system. It came right before everybody blew off at the gasket behind last year and started looting and rioting. I don't condone looting and rioting. I think it doesn't serve any purpose to go and destroy stuff when you've already had stuff destroyed and you are trying to stop that type of behavior. You don't fight fire with fire. Sometimes you can and get away with it and it'll work. But in this situation, that's not the case. I believe that we need to combat fire with water like we're supposed to in order to permanently resolve the situation with God's love. God bless America. Have a blessed day. And back the badge.